We have to stay on time. 10 questions, 10 minutes. Buzzer options. First time this year. What do we got, Stu? Don and Carver, go.
No lightning round for me, jerk.
Don and Carver called me a jerk blank the other night. There it is.
The offensive line looks like crap.
That's true. They're taking out all fielding.
Everything's at a league average level.
What does that mean?
300
Stop saying
is league
that.
average, BABIP.
Stop saying that. Seriously, you kept saying the same thing over and over again. Stop saying that.
League average.
BABIP.
Dick Fitz.
Let's have the conversation. I'm into that.
Next.
Last one.
Bedard Lowe as the starting right tackle today over
God.
Caden Wallace.
You've got to be kidding me. That guy's
yeah.
already getting reps early in camp?
Caden Wallace
blows,
didn't.
Greg. He's horrible.
That's my favorite. Hit it.
Dick Fitz.
Let's have the conversation. I'm into that.
Number 10, Greg, thoughts on the contracts for Jordan Love and Tua Tagovailoa?
Jordan Love I can get because he has a bit of a future. He has upside. But the Tua thing, I understand this is the price of doing business now. It's gotten out of control. Tua should not be getting a contract like that. Like, he'll be lucky to last these seasons, let alone win a Super Bowl or lead a team to anything. Plus, he's a bit player. He needs a great ensemble around him to make him great. That guy should not get $50 million a year.
Preach.
So it's ridiculous. I'll be interested to see how the owners counter this in the next CBA. Are they going to make it like you can the max of the cap, something like that? But it's gotten out of control.
You be fiscally responsible is what you do, and you tell these guys who kind of stink to F off because you've been surrounded by really good players. Jordan Love, I wouldn't give Tua $3. What they should have done is, because that offense is predicated on the genius head coach and Mike McDaniel there and Tyreek Hill, you go sign Gardner Minshew for $2 at $25. You'll get the same results, and then you go try to find your quarterback of the future in the draft, which I know you hate.
I do. But I don't mind doing it if you're winning. Like, I just hate sucking and putting all your eggs into that basket. If you're a good program and a good team and you see the quarterback at the draft, take him. Yeah, no problem. Next, Don and Carver, go.
No lightning round for me, jerk.
Yeah, he didn't like holding for an hour and then being told he had a second in the lightning round. Along the same lines, if you're the Niners, are you making Brock Purdy that next guy in line to get that contract?
Hell no. I mean, he's probably worse than Tua, but at least he's somewhat durable. He's another ensemble guy. The only guys I'm paying 50 plus to are the guys who can carry a team, and it doesn't really matter what's around them, and that's few and far between. Like, these guys who are just Joe Schmoes who got lucky because they have great receivers and great offensive coordinators, they should not be getting $50 million a year.
Believe it or not, yes. Now, I don't really love him, but if I'm going to be consistent here, because I think, I haven't been a Goff guy, but Goff is a good fit with Detroit. For what Kyle Shanahan and the Niners do, and yes, he's an ensemble guy. I'm with you, Greg. I mean, it is his second year in the league, and he got to overtime of the Super Bowl. Yeah, him I actually would pay.
Okay, so I, by the way, am yes on all of them. It's the going price. The owners have the money. The cap is garbage. And so someone's got to get it. I mean, I'd like to see all the players get more money and not just so, I guess, focused on that one player. But you got to pay your quarterback. And I like Tua. I think he's a winner. I think ultimately he's going to win. He's going to win playoff games. He's going to win. He's going to win at a high level, and Brock Purdy's already there. So you pay those guys. Next.
Bedard Lowe as the starting right tackle today over Caden Wallace.
You've got to be kidding me. That guy's already getting reps early in camp?
Caden Wallace
blows, Greg. He's horrible.
What's the best difference, meaning positive change, at Patriots training camp post Bill Belichick?
Just for me personally,
yeah, that's who I'm asking.
That we actually have a schedule that's laid out, that we didn't have to wait until 11:30 the night before to get a text to say what time practice was going to be, or even if they were going to have practice. That's wonderful, A. And just the media restrictions as far as little things like guys could film, I didn't realize this, but guys could film the one-on-ones between the pass rush yesterday. That would never happen before. Like, Stacy has allowed me to go to a different spot, like off the hill, where I have a little bit of a better angle and I could see both fields better. And I would have gotten tasered if I tried to do that under Belichick. So those are the things that I enjoy the most.
Any other little things like that?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Belichick being gone. Greg doesn't have to worry about getting tasered. The whole miserable aura, the grumpiness, the snorting, the secrecy. I was tired of the whole act. I'm glad he's gone.
Next.
The offensive line looks like crap.
What's the most annoying part of training camp now that Belichick is gone? The biggest difference in a negative way, and it could be a media thing or anything.
The nonstop music during practice. I mean, they never stop. And look, it's fine. I don't mind the music, and it's not like it's giving me a headache, but it just takes away my ability to hear the coaches on the field. And I like to hear certain things or hear the quarterbacks and what they're doing and how they're changing things. Why are the players getting yelled at after what just happened? Why do they have to take a lap? And I can't report on that stuff, but at least it informs me. And now it's just I can't hear anything. So there's no context to what's going on.
And Mayo's doing it just to create a lighter atmosphere, a different atmosphere, more energetic, whatever.
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
And it's for the players.
Yes.
As much as anything.
Whee!
But it's annoying to you.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll say the wind. Can they find a better spot for us? Whether it's Bedard doing his hits, Barth, Zoe and Beetle. It's like the Patriots have hired General Zod to stand in front of our broadcast booth. Every day, the effing wind. Can we have a better spot as the broadcast partner of the Patriots on the radio to do these hits?
You were at Barth yesterday right there, Jimmy. Do you by any chance?
What is that?
It's Barth.
That's an ocean breeze is what that is.
Sounds like white noise that I go to sleep to. Is he at the ocean?
Nope. Red level, Gillette Stadium. Next.
The league average level.
What does that mean?
300
Stop saying
is league
that.
average. Babbitt.
What?
Babbitt.
What? What does that mean? The following quarterbacks were available this past offseason. Name the ones you would have taken over Jacoby Brissett. You ready? Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Gardner Minshew, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Marcus Mariota, and Zach Wilson. Which would you have taken over Brissett?
Oh, this one was tough. My initial reaction was Minshew. That's it. But the more I thought about it, I like the Patriots setup. I don't want anybody else. I want Brissett because he knows the offense, has been here. He can tutor Drake May. But I am not going to do what you want to do, which is spend through the nose for the best free agent quarterback so that they can win. I am focused on, I knew I was going to draft a quarterback at 3. That's the focus of the franchise, and I don't want to bring in anybody who's going to disrupt his development.
By the way, I'm
Yes.
still drafting a quarterback in my scenario.
I know.
I'm signing Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins, and I'm drafting Drake May. And the focus is still on Drake May behind the scenes, but I'm winning games in front of the scenes, if you will. So I'm not forsaking the next quarterback. I'm still drafting the next quarterback.
Right. I agree with. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I understand that's your plan. I just don't want to invite, sort of like the big swinging schmenzer into the locker room, like a Baker Mayfield or whoever, who's not going to play nice with the rookie.
Yeah, so I'm going to be realistic in terms of cost and ego. So Minshew for the moxie, Justin Fields for the upside. Maybe there's still something there. And Sam Darnold because he'd be fun to hate.
So I would have taken Wilson. I would have taken Fields. I would have taken Minshew. I would have taken Cousins. I would have taken Mayfield. I would have taken all of those guys. Not Darnold, Mariota, or I just threw Zach Wilson on there for the hell of it. I would have taken a flyer on Zach Wilson and put him at the end of the depth chart. And, tell him you're not doing anything for 2 years. I'm going to get a life coach for you and a psychologist and shut up and we're going to develop you. And I would have done that thing.
He's a loser.
It feels that way. It does. But if the price is nothing, what are you out? Next. Don and Carver, go.
No lightning round for me, jerk.
Tool bag. Biggest tool bag of NFL training camps so far.
I went with Jerry Jones. He's a
How
perennial
dare you,
answer for
son
me.
of a bitch.
Now, once the Patriots get into training camp, I don't see anything that's going around the NFL, but I did hear something about they delayed a press conference because of his paternity lawsuit that he lost or something, and then he was a dick to Mike McCarthy in terms of basically giving him rope to hang himself So I didn't like that.
He also compared himself to Patrick Mahomes and being an RPO quarterback, having to deal with all these contracts. See, over here, I got to deal with C.D. Lamb. And then to my right, I might have to pass off to Micah Parsons. How do I pay him? And how I pay my quarterback. You understand? I'm like an RPO quarterback. A good one, but I'm going to go with Daniel Jones, Giants quarterback, because every single day, Mike, on social media, a viral video of this stiff underthrowing, overthrowing somebody. He's living proof of what Greg and I believe, that it's gone too far with these effing quarterbacks. You can't pay a bum like this. He's the biggest tool of the camps.
Is he a tool bag or he just sucks?
He's a tool. He shouldn't be there. He should be bagging groceries.
The answer is Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that's right. There was a clip yesterday.
He skips minicamp and he comes back first week of training camp after he blows off the offseason. He starts berating his teammates for being sloppy and unfocused. This guy, I mean, can you...
And apparently Garrett Wilson told him, like, go back to Egypt or something like that.
He should have. Go back to Egypt, you bum. Next.
Dick Fitz. Let's have the conversation. I'm into that.
First coach fired in 2024.
Robert Saleh, because of the mess that the Jets are inevitably going to be. And they're going to have to do something to try to save their season. And maybe Rodgers tries to work a backroom deal with Woody Johnson, be like, you need to fire this guy and hire this guy. So Saleh for me.
That's the answer. I won't be surprised if he's gone by Halloween. Robert Saleh.
I'll put Sean McDermott on that list. Next.
Vidarian Lowe as the starting right tackle today over
God.
Caden Wallace.
You've got to be kidding me. That guy's already getting reps early in camp?
Caden Wallace
blows,
didn't.
Greg. He's horrible.
Who will be the best new coach across the league?
Harbaugh, no doubt.
Raheem Morris with the Falcons. Good roster. Now they have a decent quarterback situation. Real OC and Zach Robinson. I think that team's going to be all right.
Harbaugh. Next. They're taking out all fielding.
Everything's at a league average level.
What does that mean?
300
Stop saying
is league
that.
average, Babbitt.
What? Best and worst training camps that you've been to across the league. You can use whatever criteria you want to give me the most entertaining response. Best and worst training camps you've seen across the league.
Definitely the Packers, number one. Just with their whole setup, the bikes, the temperature that it's there during. It's just Wisconsin, Northeast Wisconsin is awesome that time of year, and it's a magical place during training camp. The Steelers, when they go to that college, Latrobe, that place is awesome. And did you ask me the worst?
Yes.
So the worst was one year when I was working at SI, went with Peter King. We had to go to Redskins camp in Richmond, Virginia, which is out in the middle of nowhere. It's so effing hot, and it was just because Daniel Snyder was trying to make money. He was charging people to get in to Washington training camp. It was just miserable.
Next. Don and Carver, go.
No lightning round for me, jerk.
If you could only cover one of the following as a media guy, obviously, which would it be? Senior Bowl, NFL Combine, or an NFL training camp?
So I'm going to answer it this way. Well, two different ways. If I had to relive the same day over and over again, like Groundhog Day, like I'd rather be stuck at training camp because I like training camp. But for work reasons, I would pick the Senior Bowl because everybody is in the NFL is there pretty much. Everybody's relaxed. It's under the radar. There's not as much media. And so you get to study not only the draft picks, but you get so much intel on your team and around the league at the Senior Bowl that's the best place.
I used to actually like training camp. I like sitting up on the
training camp.
You actually get – it's the only time of the year that you actually get to see how someone looks. Mm-hmm. Like people don't – we're going to realize in short order – that when we get to, whenever they shut it down, third week of August, shut it down to the media.
Yep.
That's it for you.
It's a black hole.
For you knowing how Drake May looks or how he's getting better, if he's getting better over these 3 weeks that it's open to the media, we're going to see. Is he getting better? Is he getting worse? How does he look? And the third week of August, that's over. And that's like a big deal. So that's just like the most glaring example of it. But like, you actually learn things at training camp.
It's huge. Training camp informs so much of my reporting and, where I see a lot of these guys and that it's so valuable. I remember when I was at the Globe, they used to ask me, like, do you want to go on a training camp trip and go see other AFC East? I'm like, no. I can't miss there's too much information. And I get to watch Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels and all these guys coach every single day. You don't understand how valuable that is.
And you actually do learn things, whether you know football or not, or I couldn't tell you guys a hip turn, But I can tell you that he was repping with the 2s yesterday, and now he's with the 3s. They don't like something. Or vice versa. Now he's repping with the 1s. Or they're doing a thing where they've introduced this guy into this package, and they must like what they see, and this guy's coming. You actually, you just don't get that during the year. You can't do it. And so I think training camp's a valuable thing. I didn't mind the hill. I didn't mind being up there. I got to tell you.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.